What's up? Danny Hayasaka here and Scott Houston, and we're going to walk you through the steps of how to deploy Mago on your Neat devices. If you already have Neat devices, Gen 2 devices already deployed, how do you now install Mago? First thing that we're going to do is reset the Neat device. So let me go ahead and do that now. Come to my Neat bar, and on the Neat bar in all Neat devices, there's a little reset button, and you basically hold that button, what is it, for 5 seconds?
For 5 seconds.
1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000, 5, 1,000. And then you release, and then you're going to see that it's going to start to reset. And oh, do I need to reset my the Neat pad as well?
There is also a small button right next to the Ethernet jack.
Oh yeah, there it is. So I'm going to go ahead and hold that down. 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000, 5, 1,000. And there it goes. It's going into reset mode. So that's resetting. All right, so now the Neat bar is reset. So now I can start from scratch.
Well, even then, the first thing we want to do is go into your Neat Pulse account and enable the Mago app to be put onto that device.
Let's share Neat Pulse.
And over on the left-hand side, you'll see Neat Open. That's where the apps will live. For some users, you may just see the word apps in that space rather than Neat Open. And you'll see there is a very long list of available apps to be used with your devices.
All right, so it looks like I already have them turned on. So I'll go back to my devices because we're going to add devices now, right? Oh, should I just remove these or?
Well, for those, you'll have a code that's generated. So if you click on that device there, or even actually,
yeah, that's right. We're doing, because this is going to be, we're doing this. You already have Neat devices, so this is exactly what would be happening to you. So you already have the Neat devices. We reset the Neat devices, and so this is what you'd be looking at in your Neat Pulse.
Correct.
Right.
If you actually X out of this page, and instead of the devices, you want to click on your name, that's to the left of them.
All right.
And from there, you'll have a generate enrollment code.
I'm going to hit generate. All right.
And that code will be entered on the pad when that's done resetting to.
Yep. So it's reset. So I'm going to bring this down here because it's going to be done on my Neat pad now. All right. So what do I want to do now is on my pad, I have basically, I'm going to take my glasses off because I can't see up close. So it's going to ask you for welcome. Thanks for choosing Neat. In just a few steps, you can set up your Neat device, and it's going to pick a language. I picked English, so I'm going to hit continue. And so Neat pad is connected to Ethernet. I don't want to do that because it's not actually connected to Ethernet. So I'm going to use connect using Wi-Fi. So I'm going to connect using Wi-Fi, and I'm going to say got it. And so I want Otis Wi-Fi. That's my dog. And then I'm going to input password. Oh, man, and hopefully I remembered the password. Hopefully this is the right password. Yay! Okay, so that was the password. So now I'm connected to Wi-Fi, and I'm going to continue. So now it's checking for updates. All right, it's up to date. I was going to say it should be up to date. And I'm going to continue. It's going to ask for the time, Eastern Daylight Time. That is correct. And then it's going to ask me for choose setup, and I'm going to choose setup Neat bar. So I'm going to say setup Neat bar, and I'm going to continue. It's doing its little thing. Oh, it's asking to select Neat bar. 1965. That is the one. So then I'm going to select it, and I'm going to continue. So now it's going to pair. Oh, no, there it goes. All right, so it says Neat bar Gen 2. It's connected to the internet, and it's paired. So now it's asking me to continue. It's going to check for updates, but hopefully everything's up to date. Yep, everything's up to date. And now it's asking me for Neat Pulse code that we got from over here. And so you can see that. And so now I'm just going to punch in that code. All right, and then it's showing me Neat bar Gen 2, Neat pad, enrolling devices. Do not unplug Neat pad or Neat bar Gen 2. So it's currently enrolling them. Now, what version of Neat Pulse do people need to do this? It's what do they call that?
So there's 3 different levels. Of the Pulse, the standard or free version will work just fine. For those that might be utilizing other apps or wanting to get into the Neat Open area for it, which is their latest release on that. I know there is subscription models for those, but the standard free is just fine.
Awesome. So now it's ready. So I'm going to continue, and then analytics and improvement. Sure. And then it's going to give you instructions on adjusting the tilt angle to optimize your audio and video experience. I don't need that. And then here's where you pick and choose how to get to. Let's see if it lets me. Yep. Okay. So I'm going to say allow. Here is that screen. So from here, you have the option to select these single platforms, but we don't want that because you want access to multiple platforms. So you're going to select other.
Correct.
And you're going to hit continue. And then from here, because I have the Mago with a Neat pad, now this is just our version. In the published version, they would just have the single Mago app.
Because we're in a developer environment, we would pick that top one, the Mago with controller. That's just for us. Everyone else will pick just that standard Mago app that you see there on the bottom.
And I'm going to say continue. And then you're all set. And launch Neat Apps. I can't remember if I launched it yet. Did I go in there and do it already? So here in this section here, oh, I have not. All right, so right now it's updating. And so I'm going to say, follow the instructions on the main display to activate the device. Neat apps do not unplug Neat pad or Neat bar. There we go. Connecting to server. Okay, so now here's where.
Correct. Yep, so we want to go into the admin console for, and then in the console, we can go over to the rooms list and activate device.
I'm going to activate device, and then there's the code. So I plug in that code that's on the, I'm going to plug in this code right here, which is 48188 Juliet. Then I'm going to continue, and then I want to add new or use existing.
Add new.
Add new, and then
we'll copy and paste that.
Copy. I'm going to place the new license, and then we're going to hit continue. And you can name this whatever you want, but I'm going to name this Neat bar space coast, and I'm going to hit continue. And then I'm going to attach it to my Microsoft calendar. And so on the side over here, I'm getting a little pop-up window that's asking me if I want to connect to my calendar. And I'm going to say yes. And so it's connecting. And so I want to be able to join meetings with passcode. Whereas I'm going to turn all these on, and then I'm going to say continue.
Yep.
But of course, you can do this anytime after. You don't have to do it right here and there. And so now I'm done. So I can go back to devices list. And so now I can physically go into, look for my device, and I called it Neat bar space coast. Oh, we're going to have to remove these. And so now I'm in here, and then I'm going to show you here. I'm going to split this up. So here I'm in this bar here, and then here's where you can adjust policies, and then here's where you can select whether you want people to be able to join meetings using the connected account. I'm going to say yes, and then I can enable instant meetings. I can enable chat. I can enable instant meetings for Zoom and enable instant meetings for Mago Meet. I'm going to say update. And so it's updating currently. Okay. And so now you're seeing that that's happening over here. So you see my list of accounts. And then I'm going to go here and hit continue. And I'm going to select Neat bar US Space Coast to connect to. Uh-oh. There we go. Cycle through this and see, and you can schedule meetings for all the various meeting platforms that you need to connect to. And that's it. So we're done, right? So now I've configured it, so I should be able to see all the available meeting platforms that I've connected. And I should also be able to start an instant meeting. because that's what I enabled it to do. So I can either join with a meeting ID and passcode, or I can start an instant meeting. And so it should start an instant meeting. And there's the camera. Hey, I'm right here. You have the chat capability. You have the ability to raise your hand. You have the ability to share content into the call without having to join the meeting. So you can share room screen. Ooh, look at this. Or you can share your device screen. So I can share room screen here. So anybody in the room can go to magolink.com on their browser, punch in this code, and then they can share content into the meeting. But yeah, so there you go. So we've set this up. What I want to do here, I want to turn that off here. And so now, ready to go. Did I hit end meeting here? All right, so there you go. I'm all set up. This is really simple to do. Contact us and we'll walk you through it and help you get Mago set up on your Neat devices. And if you just need to buy licenses, you can buy them directly from our premier online partner, Headset Advisor. They have a click to buy option for the licenses because it's software only. You just need to buy the license and then you'll get that key and you'll be able to do this with your Neat Gen 2 devices. All right, thanks.
Thank you.